A 6-year-old man came into the emergency room claiming he was dizzy. Doctors thought he was a closet drinker, meaning that he was trying to hide his addiction for the alcohol. Turns out the doctors were wrong, and the patient was actually suffering of autobruggery syndrome. What this meant was that his stomach contained so much yeast that he was making his own in-house brew. Um, Before he was diagnosed with this syndrome, his wife, who was a nurse, regularly tested him with a breathalyzer. He, when she did this, he would record high numbers, higher than the USA legal driving limit, which was of zero point 0.8. It wasn't until Barbara Cordell, the Dean of Nursing, and Dr. Justin McCarthy, who finally decided to figure out what was really going on with this patient.
His blood alcohol level was 0.12 after 24 hours with no sugar or alcohol. Doctors realized that he might be infected with Saccharomyces cerevisiae, a type of yeast that uses alcohol for fermentation and baking. They thought it could be this because the patient had been put on antibiotics following surgery for a broken foot in 2004. The medications might have killed all his gut bacteria, allowing the yeast to thrive in his body. The Environmental Protection Agency said that the organisms were not considered to be pathogens. A lot of people take yeast for a health diet. No one takes potential danger from Saccharomyces cerevisiae seriously, Dr. Michael D. Gerson said, a professor in the Department of Pathogen and Cell Biology at Columbia University, New York, told CBN News. Yeast is so non-threatening that it used to be an experience without any precaution. Interviews revealed that the man ate a lot of carbohydrates. That meant each time the patient ate something with starch, the high amount of yeast in his body turned the sugars into ethanol or ethanol alcohol, which made him drunk from the inside. How did they cure this man? In the in this paragraph, it says the man ate a lot of carbohydrates. So this means when the man ate things with starch and high amounts of yeast, it turned into sugars, ethanol or ethanol alcohol that made him drunk from the inside. To cure this person from the illness, the doctor had to put him on a low carbohydrate diet. They also prescribed him anti-fungi medication for the person to be cured. What did researchers find? The researchers found out that cases like this are very rare and only a few cases were solved. One report said in last 3 decades where people were dying from this illness, including a 13-year-old. How can this illness affect people? With Sjorgen's syndrome, a person can only get drunk if they eat a bunch of carbohydrates. A 3-year-old with this sickness got drunk after drinking a fruit juice with a lot of carbohydrates. This is a very rare sickness, but this sickness should be re- recognized because this sickness could affect a person's job, driving abilities, and socializing.